Hello everyone, it's Melissa Sweet here, public health journalist on the beautiful Palm Island. Lucky to have with us here Dr. Lynore, Geia, and Mrs. Magdalena Blackley. We're having a walk around, doing a Croakey go ahead of IH May Day tomorrow, with the theme Stepping Out into Our Future. So would you two like to do some introductions and tell us a little bit about the place we're standing now?
Hi, I'm Lynore and this is my sister Magdalena, and we're standing at the Go for Broke 57 memorial that stands in front of Palm Island, and it's a memorial to 7 men and their families who, the 7 men stood up for better conditions and better wages for Palm Island people in the 1957, and the leader was our uncle Albert Geia, and a lot of people supported him in his protest really for better rights, and of course that wasn't welcomed by the administration at the time, so that was seen as insubordination, and he and 6 other men were forcibly removed by gunpoint on the 13th of June from Palm Island by police that came over from Townsville in a launch, and police dogs, and their doors were, their doors were bashed down at early hours of the morning, and they were put on a launch just out front here, handcuffed, and some of the families went with them, some stayed behind. But that's the story of, and the strike closed down the whole sort of function of the island, because in that time the Queensland Government administration relied on Aboriginal people's labour to keep things going in communities. So they decided that they would do a strike to protest, and that closed down all the kind of essential services on the island. Yes, so that was going against mainstream authority, and so Maggie, you want to add anything to that?
Yes, as Lynore said, Uncle Albie was one of the strike leaders. He was the leader, and he worked very, very closely with Uncle Willie Thaiday. They were both recognised as the leading men involved with organising the strike, and the strike changed so many people's attitudes after a long while with the government, but certainly with our people. I believe they became very engaged in supporting and working for better conditions, and so the strike day proved it, when everybody down tools and didn't do anything. And one of the stories my auntie tells is, and she has a giggle, and she thought she wasn't going to be mean and in participating, so she refused to participate in one area. They said, "Mary, we're not giving out milk today to all the white people." And she said, "Oh no, that would be cruel." She said, "I've got to give out milk to Mrs. Bartram's children, they'll be hungry." They said, "No, we're not serving any white people, not carrying their luggage, we're not doing their yard work, not doing their passions, or not giving milk to them." She said, "Well, that's it, I'm not doing the milk now, somebody else can do the milk." She was so lovely, auntie. She's passed now, but that's one of the funny stories from that time. But yes, Strike 57 is very important to us. We remember this every year. And now Delphine Geia is one of our main coordinators, and that's Albie Geia's daughter. And we've been having some wonderful engagements of the last 3 or 4 years, and hopefully we'll get together. Sometimes we have a long day cup of tea, a sing-along, talks, further other engagements. Some families host sporting events, because there are 7, and a community decided that each family will host. So there'd been music events, there'd been sporting events, there'd been political talks, etc. So I'm looking forward to this year's again, and always remember your past. That's what we tell each other. To walk forward into your future, you must know your past. I always encourage people, particularly our young, to find out, learn where their parents' homeland is. And lots of parents, they do go back there to those homelands now. They take their children back. So always remember your past. I'll pass you back to Lynore.
Thanks, Maggie. And I want to pick up from, you know, the 7 families, and what Magdalena was saying is that people became active. And one of the things of remembering them each year was that they were our eldership, strong eldership, and they sort of springboarded us into our future too, into walking ahead and being political and taking up, you know, the activism banner and the social justice and justice and for rights. And our father, although he wasn't part of the 7 men, he did his part by writing to the government. So, you know, it's lovely to find out that he was a writer and all of that too. So it sort of made a connection for me as a writer to know that he was writing during that time as well too. But these men and their families, you know, we honour them each year, and we do. Palm Island has its own public holiday to commemorate the strike.
Shall we call their names?
Yes.
You call.
Here we are. If you like to just look at the plaques, we have Eric Lamberna and his family, George Watson and his family, Albie Geia and his family, Gordon Tapau and his family, Sonny Sibley, his family, Bill Kongu, his family, and Willie Friday and family. All these men and their families, you know, went through such hard times for the sake of stepping forward for Palm Island and fighting for our rights. And their families, the descendants of these men, are alive today, and they still talk about it and have some really powerful stories, some stories that they're still working through the hurt from that. So, you know, in 1957, it's not a long time ago, it's about 60 years ago, just over, and it's still fresh. And like Maggie says, we don't forget our past, because our past informs our present so that we can walk on in the future. It's part of us as a whole. So when I hear, you know, words that say that was in the past, you need to forget it, no, you don't forget it, but you heal so the hurt of the past doesn't hurt you anymore. But you must remember, we're oral history people, First Nations people, you know, oral history is in the way that we pass down knowledge. We do remember and we pass that on. We just don't want to hurt from it anymore.
Thank you both very much for sharing those stories and history. Where will we walk next on this tour of beautiful Palm Island? Just to give you a look there, the clock tower. Here we are.
Yes, we'll go up to the clock tower.
The clock tower. And before we go, can you just tell us a little bit about the significance of the clock tower, why we're going there?
Yes, the clock tower is right in the middle of town, and it's there. It's very significant to all of us, because we were always, you might say, ruled by the clock. So there was the clock to chime to, or the bell to wake up in the morning, for the lunchtime, or for the smoke over the lunchtime, for the afternoon tea, for the going home, practically for the setting of the sun. But yes, ruled by the clock, and it's here right in the centre of town. For those who will visit, you will see a plaque there explaining its presence. And this year, in 2018, we, Palm Island, burnt a bell.
An effigy.
Effigy, yes. And it was down along here on the beach side. Most emotional time. I cried because we were getting rid of that thing that lived within us, that feeling. You're gone, Belle. You don't rule us anymore. And so there were people speaking. Uncle Don Brady spoke, and it was all on the screen. He's passed away now, but his words were so strong, talking about how that bell ruled us. So when they burnt that bell, I was standing with my family, and we all just hugged each other, put our arms around each other, and I wept, truly did. It's a significant thing that we did in 2018 to burn that memory. It was just the bell. We burnt it away from us, that ugliness, that sadness. But as I say, we must remember.
Yes, I wasn't here for that, but I was following the tweets from that time, and was even looking at the tweets and the images. It was very emotional too, because it was the whole community of Palm Island was controlled. It was about power. It was always about power, and how much they could control Aboriginal people. And burning that was a symbolism of breaking that power over us, which we can see that's happening today, you know, like the power to have our own voice, the power to have our own agency, to walk forward, to develop our own health services, to make a path or make a space in the Constitution for us. You know, that's taking back our power, and burning that bell was about us breaking that control, spirit of control over us, and taking back our power.
Thank you both very much.